seniors from Washington and Oregon, with trophies benefiting the Sport Oregon Foundation and the Maurice Lucas Foundation. We're about 9.5 minutes away from tip-off. Here at WAVOR, we prevent good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your
Testing one.
by supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated in our grounds for removal from the gym. WAVOR has nearly 30 years of tradition, but bad sportsmanship is not one of them. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe and positive game environment. At this time, we'd like to thank our generous partners, C&G Philanthropy, Lux Sports Global Properties, Milwaukee Lumber Company, Peterson Toyota, Vega and Scott Trek, Dark Horse Comics, Ferguson Welding, Permanent Development Company, Howard Lieberton, Casey Flicker, M. Melina's Company, Johnny and Lori Pocket, and DC Builders. Fans, be sure to follow Sport Oregon on Twitter and Instagram for photos, videos, and highlights from today's game. For those with friends and family at home or out of state, we want to let you know that this is being live streamed at OregonSportsBeat.com. Today's game is being live streamed at OregonSportsBeat.com.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
We'll go right at 7. We're going to go in 10 seconds.
With all the snacks and drinks you need to enjoy today's game at the concession stand in the lobby.
Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to Liberty High School, site of the WAVOR tournament today. That's WAVOR. It stands for Washington versus Oregon, an all-star game featuring the best senior boys and the best senior girls from each state in a matchup against each other. I believe this is the 27th year of this tournament. Oregon Sports Beat's been covering it for the last 4. We have the girls game here first at 1, and then we're going to bring you the boys game at 3 o'clock. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Hall. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Working with me, my broadcast partner, head coach at the Clackamas Community College Panthers, 3-time state champion at Oregon City High School, 2004, 2009, and 2014, head coach Kurt Guelsdorf. And Kurt, glad to have you back for another tournament.
Should be fun. I'm excited to see what we got going today. All-star games are always an interesting mix, but a lot of talent out on the floor.
Now, 10 girls on each team. They are all been picked already. They're here. They're ready to go. One of the interesting things I looked at, of the 10 girls who are on the Oregon team, 9 of them already have a college commitment. The only one who doesn't right now is Emma Sixta from Jesuit, and she needs to pick something up today.
Yeah,
by the way, speaking of Jesuit, there's a player in this game who on Wednesday played in the All-American game, the McDonald's All-American, the first All-American, McDonald's All-American from Jesuit High School, and that's Sofia Bell. I watched her play in that game, and she played very well. So here she is, 4 days later playing in another important all-star game. There used to be a limit on this, Kurt.
I think there is still. I think it's 3 that you can do, and usually they'll pick. Obviously, if you're as good a player as Sofia is, you're going to be in that big one at McDonald's and then maybe get a couple others. Jordan Brand now has one. But, again, a really talented roster. You and I were talking prior. The Pac-12 represented here in both rosters. You've got the mid-majors, University of Portland. You've got Cal State Fullerton, University of Wisconsin on the Washington roster. So it's a talented crew of players out there today.
You know, of the top 10 players here in this game for Oregon, 2 of them are committed to the University of Portland. So congratulations to them. Let's talk about a couple of the Oregon players who really stand out to me. Everybody knows Clackamas won the girls' state basketball championship and their outstanding player, Jazzy Davidson. But in my opinion, they wouldn't have won that championship without the steady play down the stretch from Rhyan Mogel, and she's here today.
Yeah, certainly Clackamas, very talented group. Being able to see those guys a couple times out on the recruiting trail. Depth helped them. Jazzy, obviously just a sophomore, and she'll obviously be in a few of these games in a couple years. But Mogel is certainly a player that gave them the depth, ability off the bounce, and ability to shoot the three ball that you have to have in order to win a state championship, and that's why Clackamas was able to get it done this year.
Barlow was one of those teams that did well in the state tournament, and their best player is Kennedie Shuler. She is also here. Another team that had a star player is South Medford, and their star player was Donovyn Hunter. We'll see her today, too.
Yep. Both those guys are going to be Beavers down there at Oregon State and Corvallis. Said, again, Shuler, your consummate point guard type player, and then Hunter, super athlete. I know that seeing her a couple times over Christmas, the ability to get up and down the floor and attack the basket makes her a tough matchup.
The reason I brought up Donovyn Hunter and Kennedie Shuler, they're both headed to Oregon State, so that's a big benefit for their program. The head coaches tonight for the Oregon girls, it'll be Larry Benson. He is the head coach at Banks. The head coach for the Washington girls team will be Brady Bomber, and he's from Linden Christian.
Yeah, I think there's a few rules on who can and can't do some of these things, so typically they'll take a coach from a different level so they don't have any of their own players in an off-season situation.
You know, what most of these coaches do is they rotate 5 players, and so most of these girls will play about the same amount of time. They'll all get about 20 minutes in the game, so we'll get a chance to see everybody. Oregon is to our left. They're in the gold uniforms with the burgundy trim. I'm sorry. Oregon is to our right in the black uniforms. It's Washington, and I saw that because I talked to the players at the time. Washington is to our left in the gold uniforms. Oregon to our right in the black uniforms with the red numerals.
Yep. So
we'll do this game. We'll take a break in between games. Then we'll come back before the boys' game. We're going to have one of the outstanding Oregon high school boys coaches for a pregame guest in that. And mainly, we're going to have her as our guest because she's got 2 sons playing in the game. Our tournament game director down on the court, that's a legend in Oregon high school basketball, Nick Robertson.
Yeah, Nick very much made his mark on the Oregon game and continues to give back with events like this. I know, obviously, he, I believe, was Charlie Sitton's coach back in high school, if I'm not mistaken.
He won a state championship in '79 with Charlie Sitton, won a state championship, I believe, '89 with Jamie Snook at Beaverton.
Yep. So, Nick,
of course, my broadcast partner, Kurt, here has 3 state championships with Oregon City.
The great thing about Nick, and I loved about Nick, was when I was a young coach, he was one of the guys that would open up the playbook, show us anything as a young coach, how to coach better, how to be a little smarter, some ins and outs of the game that I think it's very important to have some mentors, in the game that help young coaches continue to grow.
Kurt, I know you haven't been with high school coaching, but I believe up until recently you were in the top 10 coaches in Oregon girls history for victories. Nick Robertson is number 2 in boys with 699.
Yep, and I'm guessing Barry Adams. Who's won? Is it
Barry Adams is number 1.
Yeah.
All right, there's the horn. We're going to have the introductions of the players.
The
This is the WAVOR All-Star game, Washington versus Oregon. Years past, it was called the Northwest Shootout.
And the Oregon All-Star. Today's game features the top seniors from Washington and Oregon, with proceeds benefiting the Sport Oregon Foundation.
Thanks for joining us here on Oregon Sports Beat. We're your leader in live local sports. All right, we're going to have our national anthem.
And honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, the national anthem, and now we're going to have the introduction of the starting lineups. And they will introduce the entire rosters of both teams. They'll do that in alternating order. We'll get it to you as we go along.
Our first Washington All-Star is the 6'4" forward from Stanwood High. First team All-Conference, first team All-League, and second team All-State.
Second team All-State player.
National Art Society student, still be attending the University of Hawaii. Vivienne Lee Berrett.
Number 21 from Stanford, and that's Vivienne Lee Berrett
Our first Oregon All-Star is the 6'4"
for Oregon.
from Jesuit High, who played in the McDonald's All-American game earlier.
This is the McDonald's All-American from Jesuit, number 12 for Oregon, Sofia Bell.
Sofia Bell. Our next Washington player is a 5'9" guard from Othello High. She's a 3-time first
For Washington, number 1, a guard from Othello High School, that's Annalee Coronado.
1,400 points in her career. She'll be attending Central Washington University. Annalee Coronado.
Annalee is headed to Central Washington.
Our next Oregon player is a 6' forward from Beaverton High. A 3-time
6 foot forward from Beaverton High School. By the way, Kurt, Beaverton has 3 girls on the girls roster.
Yeah, very talented group that's made it to their senior year with Kathy, and they've been extremely successful.
Number 14, Zoe Borter. She is going to UC Santa Barbara.
It's not a bad place to go to school.
Oh, great place.
and a first-time team All-State selection. She'll be attending Cal State Fullerton, Hope Hassmann.
Number 0 from Tahoma High School, Hope Hassmann for Washington.
And a McDonald's All-American nominee. She'll be headed Corvallis to play for the Beavers, Donovyn Hunter.
For the Oregon, number 11, Donovyn Hunter from South Medford, and she is headed to Oregon State. For Washington, from Garfield, number 4 is Imbie Jones. And she's headed to the Big Ten to play for Wisconsin. Imbie Jones from Garfield in Seattle.
Wouldn't surprise me that listening to the volleyball that she goes and plays volleyball, because Wisconsin is a national power.
Absolutely.
Player of the Year, a 4.0 student who led her team to the 2023 6A state championship this year. She'll be staying local and donning the purple for the Portland Pilots, Rhyan Mogel.
The player we talked about pregame, this is Rhyan Mogel from Clackamas, 4.0 student, and she's going to Oregon State.
She's a four-time first-team West Coast selection and a McDonald's All-American nominee. She holds 6 of Monroe's school records in points, rebounds, and field goal made. She'll be attending the University of Montana, Adria Lincoln. She's a 5'9" point guard from Beaverton High.
All right, for the Oregon team. By the way, that last player was Adria Lincoln. She's headed to Montana. She's Monroe.
For the 2022 6A state champs, she'll be attending Santa Clara University, Madison Naro.
For Oregon, number 20, that's Madison Naro, also from Beaverton.
She is TSL Scholar Athlete. She was twice named first team All-League, a National Honor Society member.
We're introducing all the players. We'll get you the starters when the game starts.
Yale University, Lucy Lynn.
This is Lucy Lynn from Gonzaga Prep, number 2. You know where she's going? Yale.
Yes, that's impressive.
Attending the University of Nevada, Olivia Poulivaati.
For Oregon, Olivia Poulivaati. She's from Tualatin,
Forward from Lakeside High.
number 3.
First team All-Metro League selection. The 2022 Metro
Number 20 for Washington,
First team All-State
from Lakeside High School.
attending Gonzaga University, Claire.
She's headed to Gonzaga, and this is Claire O'Connor.
She's a 5'10" point guard.
Hey, notice I don't think there's any repeats on the Washington roster as far as kids from the same school. There's
Right,
10 different high schools represented.
She'll be joining Donovyn Hunter at Oregon State, Kennedie Shuler.
From Barlow High School in the Mount Hood Conference, number 10 for Oregon. This is Kennedie Shuler.
A 6'2" forward from East Lake High. The King County League MVP was named first team All-League and second team All-State. She has a 4.0 GPA and will be attending.
A lot of these girls have 4.0 GPAs.
Yeah, I think that time management that you get being an athlete is invaluable. I'm a big believer.
That's number 15 from East Lake High School, Ava Schmidt, number 15 for Oregon.
And an honor roll student, Sixta.
This is the player we talked about, not committed yet, from Jesuit, and number 13, it's Emma Sixta. For Washington, number 3 from Eastside Catholic, Isabel Sullivan.
A 6'1" forward from Beaverton High. She's the 2022 State Player of the Year, Metro Player of the Year, and an All-State selection who led her team to the 2022
For Oregon, number 15 from Beaverton,
University of Portland, Lainey Spear.
Lainey Spear.
A 6'1" guard from Arlington High. She's a two-time West
For Washington, number 14 from Arlington High School, Jenna Villa. That's everybody for Washington. The last player for Oregon coming up. LaSalle Prep, number 4, Ella Wedin. She's in the program as Ella Ann. The PA announcer just said that. She told me, I just want to be Ella. Head coaches, Brady Bomber, Linwood Christian for Washington, Larry Benson from Banks for Oregon. We're getting ready to get this underway.
Yeah.
The WAVOR All-Star Game, Washington versus Oregon. I'm Dave Hall along with Kurt Guelsdorf. Thanks for joining us. We're bringing exciting action These games tend to be high scoring.
They do. It's going to be up and down, not a ton of structure. Typically, that's where great athletes and great players like this tend to thrive with just give me the ball, let's go. And
right, you get what, 1 or 2 practices?
Yep. And it's like I said, there's a minimum of structure. Coaches Benson and Coaches Bomber, they're trying to probably put in a little transition game and a little action off the first pass, and that's pretty much it. Let them play. Get your best players the ball, and this is a nice one because everybody's the best player from their high school team.
They had a tournament dinner last night at a restaurant in Portland. Here we go. We'll get you the starters. I can see right now Kennedie Shuler, Donovyn Hunter out for Oregon. I think that's Sofia Bell. It is. Also, let's see, Zoe Borter jumping at center. Here we go, and we're underway in the tournament. The tip goes to Oregon. Shot from the corner, first shot of the game, short. Rebound, Washington.
I think that was Hunter on the miss.
Claire O'Connor on the rebound. Underneath the bucket, puts up a shot, blocked under there. Great defensive effort. By the way, that great block for Oregon, that was 15, that was Lainey Spear. Donovyn Hunter, the bucket. Let's see if that goes. There's a whistle. Yep, Donovyn Hunter gets the first bucket of the game for Oregon. Oregon leads 2-0. Just underway. First half action, 2 20-minute halves. Bringing the ball up for Washington. That's number 0, Hope Hassmann. Girls aren't afraid to take that long shot outside. Missed that. Tipped around inside and goes out off of Washington, off of Claire O'Connor. Kennedie Shuler inbounds the ball. That's Hunter. She had some big scoring games for South Medford. Shot from 3 outside, hit it. Lainey Spear hits the first 3-pointer of the game from Beaverton, 5-0 Oregon.
Little pick and pop action there by the Oregon squad. Again, simple and easy. Lots of great players to make plays.
Down the lane, put up a shot, a whistle, and a foul. Kind of got a stutter step in the middle of that dribble, too. Foul is on Spear, her first, at the line.
I think it's 14, Villa.
This is Jenna Villa from Arlington High School.
Headed to Washington State, another Pac-12 player on the floor.
Villa hits the first, 5-1. Second shot on the way. Pass stolen underneath by Washington. Here they come back, down 5-2.
That's Hassmann with the pull-up.
Hassmann with the pull-up jumper, missed. Rebound to Oregon. Down the lane, lays it up and in. Nice move. Spear now with 4 in the game.
I think that's
I'm sorry,
yeah,
Spear has 5, hit a 3-pointer. 7-2 Oregon. Washington with the ball. Hassmann. Hunter stuck her hand in, disrupted that. In the lane, puts up his shot. That is the bucket. Imbie Jones from Garfield hits the bucket. 7-4.
Yeah, Garfield boys and girls state champions this past season.
Oh. Spear hits another. She's got 8 in the game already. 10-4. For 3. That goes. Oh, we got 3-point shooters. Hope Hassmann hits a 3.
Lots of offense
10-7.
early. Like it.
Yes.
Like it. That's what people came to see.
Hunter gets her second basket. 12-7. Oregon steals the ball. Had Hunter on a break front. Didn't see her. Got it inside instead. Back out. And another. Kennedie Shuler hits a three. 15-7 Oregon. Down the lane, shot doesn't go, rebound Oregon.
It was Claire O'Connor on the miss.
Kurt, we're 3 minutes in the game. Oregon's already hit 3 3-pointers.
Yeah, they certainly putting a lot of pressure on the defense in transition, and then they've been able to get a couple really good looks in transition and also off of a little set action. And Lainey Spear obviously starting out very hot, 3 for 3 for the Oregon squad.
Each team with 1 team foul.
Massive substitutions on that one, Dave. A whole new lineup out there for Oregon.
Turn around in the lane, puts a shot up, doesn't go, tipped around inside, goes out off of Oregon. Washington inbounds the ball. Drive inside, oh.
Kind of lost it.
Inside the layup, yes.
That's Lincoln, the guard from Monroe High School.
Her first bucket, outside for 3, the shot in and out. Rebound Washington. 15-9 is our score. Oregon leads. Number 4 for Washington, Imbie Jones. Looks like a player to me, Kurt.
Yeah, and again, going to the University of Wisconsin and hearing the introduction about her volleyball makes me wonder if she might try to play both or maybe play volleyball in college at the next level, because Wisconsin is a powerhouse.
Vivienne Lee Berrett from Stanwood hits a bucket, going to the line for a 3-point play. Kurt, every team in the Big Ten is a powerhouse in volleyball.
Yeah. Well, you know, Bennett, who just made that last bucket, headed to the University of Hawaii.
Oh, all right.
So aloha to her, right? You've got
there we go.
Not a bad place to go to school.
I lived there for 3 years. Long rebound and a long 3. Oh, banked it in. Did she call glass?
All counts the same, but yeah.
That was Annalee Coronado for 3. And the game now all of a sudden was 15-7. 7 straight Washington points, 15-4 underneath. Up and oh, off the rim on the layup. Doesn't go, a little too hard.
Yeah, one thing that's probably overlooked in some of these is the lack of defensive cohesiveness. There's a lot of uncontested shots, just that the teams just don't have enough time to implement any kind of system defensively.
Jones will take a seat on the bench. That was a good defensive effort that time by Sofia Bell.
Yeah. On the ball, they're going to be okay. It's just that next level of defense that makes it a little harder. Plus, everybody can play and everybody can shoot, so it makes it a little harder to guard.
Shot off the rim, rebound Oregon. Outside for 3, yes, oh my goodness. Great shot by Ella Wedin from LaSalle Prep. Another 3-pointer for Oregon, 18-14.
Her and her sisters have been doing that for a long time in the state of Oregon.
Kurt, the head coach at Clackamas Community College, has all these girls on his radar.
Well, a little more than the kids, but I've definitely been able to have the pleasure of watching them when we're out on that recruiting trail, trying to find players that fit what we're doing at the college.
Oregon leads 18-14, Washington with the ball in the gold. Inside, down low, spin move to the right, back to the left, traveled. Made a lot of moves, just forgot to dribble.
A little too much there. That's what we always try to tell our bigs, is that sometimes less is more. And in that case, got a little too many pivots, too much, not enough space.
You can spot the players right away with great footwork.
Yeah.
Oregon with the ball. Inside, dishes off underneath, the shot up. Oh, missed it, got her own rebound, put that back up and in. Shuler with her second basket. She's got 5 in the game. Oregon goes back on top, 20-14. 13:53 left to go here in the first half. Underneath, missed 2 layups. Rebound, Oregon.
That was Lincoln. Missed the first
Pull
one.
up
Couldn't
through
get it.
shot in the lane. Donovyn Hunter with the bucket. She has 6 in the game on 3 baskets.
I know Scott Rowick is excited about his recruiting class coming in.
I tell you what, I like her a lot. She's very fluid.
Really thrives in that open floor game. South Medford, Tom Cole does a great job teaching transition.
Underneath, the rebound on the missed shot put up, doesn't go. Still underneath. Washington with the ball, steps out of bounds. Had 2 layups. Here comes all 5 other players in for Washington.
Adria Lincoln out of Monroe has been all over the offensive boards. Unfortunately, she's not able to finish around the rim.
Great to get rebounds. You got to get points off of those. That's a whistle and a foul on Washington on the block.
One trend I noticed this year at all levels is typically that's going to be an offensive foul.
I thought it was an offensive foul.
I don't know if you noticed that or not, but at every level I've watched, there's a lot of offensive fouls called.
Right, I thought that was an offensive foul. Hunter with the 3, and she's got 9 in the game. 25-14. The game got close. It was 15-14. Now 10 straight points for Oregon. There's her shot underneath. Here comes Oregon back underneath the basket. Oh, off of the hands. Pass intended in there for number 14.
That was the right idea. That was Shuler on the defensive stop and then the push. And a good look just off the hands of Borter.
12:25 left to go here in the first half. 25-14 Oregon. For 3, rolls around, doesn't go. Tip, goes out of bounds off of Washington.
Changed the call, coming back and staying.
Oh. So Washington will inbound it. Hope Hassmann. Hassmann down the lane, stops, spins around twice, puts up a shot. Oh, banked it in. I didn't think she had a chance on that.
It was good footwork. And then on the other end, Borter again running in transition, couldn't finish.
Too far under the basket when she got the shot away. From the side for 3, doesn't go. Rebound, Oregon. Ahead, Hunter dishes off underneath. Great assist for Hunter, great basket for Naro. Madison Naro with the bucket, 27-16 our score. Oregon leads. 9 points in the game for Donovyn Hunter. For Washington, 5 for Hope Hassmann.
Yeah, transition basketball is why Oregon's ahead right now. They have done a really nice job of going from one end, the defensive end, to the other, keeping their eyes up, finding the open player.
You know, you can talk about, you come into this game, you can shoot. The question is, do you know the rhythm and the pace of your teammates? Can you pass the ball?
Yeah, and the nice part about both these groups is you've got point guards that are going to move on to the high levels, but really want to share the ball. And right now, I think, again, it's Oregon going from one end to the other is quicker and better than Washington, and Washington unable to slow down that transition right now. And again, that's where that lack of team practices probably comes in a little bit.
Well, we got a chance. I want to thank Liberty High School for their hospitality, but I want to thank the tournament staff here at WAVOR for all the assistance that they've given us. Lots of information, lots of help. Washington, Hope Hassmann, she's their leading scorer with 5. Shot for 3, iron, rebound. Here comes Oregon. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line, short. Rebound Oregon, nice job underneath. There's her shot from the outside, that doesn't go. Tipped around inside, rebound Washington.
Nice little drift pass.
Shot from the side for three. Doesn't go. Down low, Washington, a couple of bumps and gets a bucket.
Oh, nice little power dribble there. Got Claire O'Connor from Lakeside. Hit it to Gonzaga.
Her first bucket of the game, 27-18. Loses the ball on the dribble. Oregon with the turnover. Hassmann dishes it underneath.
Yeah, not a huge lineup out there for Oregon. I wonder if Washington might try to pound it in a little bit here to take advantage of their size.
This is Jones, dishes it off. Down the lane, the shot up and in it goes. Jenna Villa from Arlington with the bucket.
And the future Cougar, again, Washington State on the women's side won the Pac-12 tournament championship this year.
Oregon foul number 4 on second personal, third.
It'll be a game of runs, Dave. Game of runs.
Chance for a three-point play, got it. Villa's now hit 3 free throws, so she has 5 in the game, and the lead is 6. 27-21. Oregon with the ball. Lob underneath, puts the shot up, missed the layup.
That's Olivia Poulivaati from Tualatin High. Saw her a lot out on the recruiting trail this year.
Great boys program this year. Repeat state champions.
Yep. And the girls did very well. Won the Three Rivers League. West Pappas does a great job out there.
For three, short. Front iron. When I went and talked to the Oregon girls beforehand, Olivia Poulivaati was the team spokesman. Spin around, puts up a shot. Yes, nice move.
Wow. Don't see that all that often. A nice little turnaround by Schmidt.
Her first bucket in the game. Washington is just about having everybody score in the game. I think they're short 1 or 2. 27-23, the lead down to 4. It was 11.
Little 7-0 run here by Washington.
Scoop shot, short. Washington get real close. Instead, they lose the ball on a turnover. Here comes Oregon underneath. The shot up. Oh, fouled. Thought her had a chance to go for a three-point play. Fouled, though, going to the line.
It'll be Mogel shooting 2.
Boy, she played tough down the fourth quarter at the state championship game. Rhyan Mogel. Her first point of the game. 28-23. Second shot on the way. Ryan got them both. She's headed to Portland.
Yeah, Coach Meek, University of Portland, doing a heck of a job. Won the WCC again this year.
Right, went to
And
the
actually
NCAA
got
tournament.
To go, and finally got to go. And remember the last time they won it in the COVID year. Did not get to go.
I think it was the first time in 20 years. Oregon steals the ball. Down the lane, puts up the shot. Fouled in the act of shooting, going to go to the line. Poulivaati.
Very, very aggressive player and really, really athletic for her position. You know, they list her at 6 foot. I could see her at the next level playing the 3 or the 4 position and being very successful. Her ability to rebound and run the floor is as good as anybody around.
First shot, iron. Poulivaati from Tualatin. Ready for the second shot. 29-23, 8:37 left in the first half. Oregon leads. Poulivaati got that.
A little answer, a little 4-0 answer here for the Oregon squad after a 7-0 run by Washington.
Exactly. Lobbed underneath. Another turnaround move, that time short. Ball goes out, goes off of Poulivaati. It'll be Washington ball. Washington has that play. They're going down inside to a low post player who does a little spin move. Puts a shot up. They've hit 1 out of 3 on that.
Yep. Yeah.
quickly inside, puts up the shot, up and in. Nice breakaway, Sofia Bell.
Really smooth player.
That's her first bucket of the game.
Yeah, she's special. She's got inside, outside abilities, and obviously going to go up Kelly Graves down there at Oregon.
Great steal that time by Poulivaati. Well, she's quick. From the side for three, no. In and out, tipped around inside, goes out off of Oregon. Each team now, Kurt, 8 of the 10 players have scored.
I would imagine by the end of the night, we're going to be 10 for 10 on that stat, Dave.
I think so. From the side for three, that's going to be way long. Air ball. Way ahead. From the outside. Oh, Oregon player hit the deck, no call. Down inside, the shot up the layup.
That's Berrett. Again, I like her game. She's posted up a couple times. She's got that little freeze fake there. Kind of a traditional big there. Don't see that too often.
Come back for three, that doesn't go. The lead is 7, 32-25. Donovyn Hunter dishes off to the side for three, yeah.
That's Zoe Borter, Beaverton.
Borter's first basket. Lead back to 10, 35-25, a steal. Here comes Oregon inside, lays it up and in. Oh, nice. Who hit that bucket, Kurt?
That was Shuler. Steal and breakaway.
Shuler now with 7 in the game. And now the lead is back to 12, the biggest lead of the game, 37-25. Traveled
there, yeah. That's a tough one. We teach that hockey stop where we get our feet sideways on that, so we don't try not to drag those feet.
Oregon up 12, 6:18 left to go here in the first half. Down the lane to Hunter. Hunter puts up a shot.
Kind of a lucky break there for the Oregon squad. That was deflected by Washington and then kind of fell back in the hands of Shuler, and the second decision was better than the first.
Hunter at the line shooting 2. 5 team fouls on Washington, 3 on Oregon. Hunter with the shot, yes. Hunter now in double figures with 10.
Again, type of player that thrives in this kind of up and down kind of game.
Exactly. Donovyn Hunter hits them both. He has 11 in the game. The lead now is 14, biggest lead of the game. Oh, great play. Steal. Hunter inside, down low. She wanted the ball, turn around, puts up the shot. Oh, what a move. Hunter has 13. We have the boys game coming up at 3 o'clock. By the way, you know who holds the record for the most points in the boys games?
I'm going to have to dig deep there. Again, how far are we going to go back? 24 years of it?
No, we're not going to go back that far.
That's okay. So,
and by the way, I'll tell you how many it is. It's 43.
You stumped me, Dave. Who we got?
Peyton Pritchard.
Oh, there you go. That would have been a good, yeah. Certainly, Jackson Shellstead on the roster for the men here. I haven't looked too closely.
Who?
It doesn't look like it. I was just looking at the roster there.
Right. By the way, we'll let you know early on right now for the Oregon boys, Kayvon Bradford, who in my opinion looked to be the most athletic player in the state, won't be playing today. He got caught in the airport in Washington, D.C., and it's not going to make it. But the Oregon girls, they're up 16, 41-25. Overall, in the history of this tournament, the Oregon boys, I think, are up 6 games. The Oregon girls are down 6 games.
Yeah, it can vary so wildly from year to year, and
Right.
again, in one game, in one given game, hard to strike that up to anything other than just kind of luck. Some years you really see the talent, like, oh my gosh, there's some amazing players that one team has, or looking at the rosters here, you've got about the same amount of Pac-12 kids, BCS type teams. Mid-majors, kind of a what looks like on paper to be a very even game. Right now it's transition basketball that's winning it. And Donovyn Hunter has played terrific. I think she's shooting a high percentage. She's making plays defensively, making the game easier for her teammates.
My first year doing this game, the girls' MVP of the game, Avina Westbrook. Washington down the lane, puts up a shot too hard, rebound. Here comes Oregon. Boy, Hunter can pass the ball too. Shot from the outside.
Yep.
And she doesn't mind playing underneath the bucket. I like her a lot.
And I think sometimes it's the team that gets the most easy shots that wins. And right now, Washington with a lot of hard, difficult shots, and Oregon with some good looks.
That was an air ball. Come down, steal for Washington. Shot for three, yes.
Now that's what I'm talking about right there. If you're Washington, more of that. And now
That's Jenna Villa from Arlington, and she has 8 in the game. The lead 13 now, 41-28, 4:53 left to go in the first half. Another three-point shot, buried that one.
Back-to-back great looks for Washington. And Oregon, up to this point, has been the team that's gotten the better looks.
That last bucket, Isabel Sullivan from Eastside Catholic. Now each team has one player who has not scored. That player, let's see, Washington girls, it is Lacey Lynn. And for the Oregon girls, it's Emma Sixta.
Just a matter of time there.
Lead is now down to 10. First free throw goes.
And Maddie Naro, again, Kathy Adelman, Naro family, Rick Adelman, just royalty here in the state of Oregon as far as their family goes and coaching goes. And so another Naro moving on.
Second shot on the way, got them both. Claire O'Connor with those two. 16 fouls on Washington, 3 on Oregon. The lead is 12, 43-31.
It appears they're using the men's rules games with the 20-minute halves and the 7 fouls.
They are. Shot for 3. Oh, no. Rattled around. You know, if they went in the top, if you counted them for going in the top, that'd be 3. But they only count them when they come out the bottom.
That's a good look. A little elbow entry with a kind of a pin down Stanford action, and just didn't get it to fall.
Oregon with the ball. Spin move in the lane, spins around, puts it up and in. Sophia Bell with the bucket.
And Oregon's caused Washington some trouble with the full court man pressure, just token pressure, and then they've caused them to turn it over a little bit.
Foul is on, I believe, on Rhyan Mogel, her first.
If you're Washington here, you want to get it in the single digits going into halftime, and if you're Oregon, trying to continue to stretch this lead out a little bit.
Baseline, blocked. Oh, nice block from behind. Poulivaati on that block. And the ball tipped out of bounds. It goes off of Poulivaati. Great block underneath. 45-31, the lead's 14, 3:45 left to go first half. The WAVOR tournament, Washington versus Oregon. Girls action. From the side, left-handed. Is that a 2 or a 3?
I think it was a 2.
Ava Schmidt with the bucket.
Nice player there. Ava Schmidt squared up.
Sophia Bell starts down the lane, looks, spins around inside, and the ball goes off of her. She was dribbling, tried to move, and lost the dribble. 45-33. down the lane, ball loose, and goes off of Washington.
That's a unique little action they run there with the stacked up separated ball screens with the one player facing the rim. You don't see that very often. I think they're trying to get a little inside touch and a pop out for three.
Ball goes off of the foot. And let's see who has it.
We foul Oregon.
The foul is on Emma Sixta, her first. 15 foul on Oregon. 6-4 Washington, 5 for Oregon. The lead is 12, 45-33. Claire O'Connor inbounds to Hassmann. Left-handed three-pointer, no. Rebound inside, Oregon has it.
Getting numbers in transition here.
Sealed off underneath and still with the ball. In trouble in the corner, looking for help, gets it way outside. The shot for three, no, in and out. Washington right back. Good defense that time by Poulivaati. Seal off the lane for three. Oh, long three. Hassmann hits another three. She has 8 in the game. The lead now 9. 45-36. 2 minutes left to go in the half. 2 minutes.
We talked about Washington trying to get it into single digits. They're in those single digits. Oregon trying to stretch it out.
That shot doesn't go. Partially blocked. Hit front iron. Jenna Villa was over on the side, nobody on her, and she was yelling for the ball. .142 left to go in the first half, 45-36, Oregon. Wholesale substitutions back in for Oregon. Step back, Jones, short. Hunter pulls up, short, gets her own rebound. Hunter stayed with that one in the lane, got her own rebound, set her back out. For three, iron. Oregon with another rebound. Hunter for three, back iron, doesn't go. Oregon another rebound, down the lane to Hunter, underneath the basket, out on the side. Boy, Hunter, she got shots, rebounds.
Yes, multi-skilled, multi-talented, and a great athlete.
Down the lane, block, goes out of bounds off of Washington. Nice block that time by the Annalee Coronado. Oregon inbounds the ball, down low underneath, now back out on top. The shot bounces around, now a rebound for Washington.
Yeah, they have a 2 for 1 if they go. I don't know if they're going to get it figured out or not.
9-point lead for Oregon. 34 seconds left to go. Traveled. Turnover Washington.
Last shot situation here for the Oregon squad. Or just go and shoot. We'll see. Again, all-star games, kind of a lot of the general conventions, 2 for 1s, and those last shot type things might go out the window a little bit.
Well, there's a 30-second shot clock, and there was 32 seconds.
Yep.
Down the lane, Hunter. Dishes off. Behind the back dribble. Hunter will start down the lane again, kicks it out on top. They're going to play for 1. 7 seconds. For 3, buried it. Shuler with the bucket. And there's the whistle. That's the end of the first half. The end of the first half. Our score, Oregon 45, Washington 36.
It's going to be 48.
I'm sorry, 48. Yeah, that was the 3-point bucket. Kurt, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, again, I think it's transition for Oregon that's made this difference. They've gotten more easy shots than Washington. Washington having to play in the half court. what's the hardest thing to get a team to do together quickly? It's play half-court basketball. So in a short situation that these both teams had with just 2 or 3 practices, or 1 or 2, whatever it might be, the ability to play in transition and get good looks organically is the way to go, and Oregon looks great. I think Donovyn Hunter, if you want to give a first half MVP, she's the one. And I know that Washington will probably have to try to figure out how to stay a little more connected to her in the second half.
All right, let me give you the individual scoring here, and we'll start with Washington. Hope Hassmann has 8. Annalee Coronado with 3. Isabel Sullivan with 3. Imbie Jones has 2. Adria Lincoln has 2. Jenna Villa has 8. Ava Schmidt with 4. Claire O'Connor with 4. And Vivienne Berrett with 4. So it's 8 for Hassmann and 8 for Villa. For the Oregon girls, Poulivaati has 1, although she has a great defensive effort and some rebounds. Ella Wedin has 3. 2 for Rhyan Mogel. For Kennedie Shuler, she has 10, 2 3-pointers. Donovyn Hunter has 13, including 1 3-pointer. Sofia Bell with 4. Zoe Borter with 3 on a 3-pointer. 8 for Lainey Spear and 2 for Madison Naro. So 2 players in double figures for Oregon. Donovyn Hunter with 13, Kennedie Shuler with 10, and Lainey Spear with 8. For Oregon, it was a combination. They had outside shooters, they had inside play.
Yeah, but again, I think that Shuler and Hunter both pushed that transition game to create easy shots, and that's the difference so far. And then again, I'd be curious to see what the rebounding stats are, whether we'll get a stat sheet here to see, because I think there were times that it looked like Oregon was getting a lot, but sometimes that could be deceiving, and you get 2 or 3 on one possession, and it kind of evens out over time. But I think Oregon's winning the easy shot game, and they're winning the transition game, and those are, if you want to go 4 factors and get really into the nuts and bolts of how you win games, shooting the ball well is number 1. And that's what they're doing better than the other guys right now, and we'll see if Washington can turn that around in the second half.
6 3-pointers in the game for Oregon, 5 3-pointers in the game for Washington. We've got the official stats right now. We're taking a look at Washington in the first half. 14 of 40 from the field. That includes 5 of 17 from 3-point range. For Oregon, 17 of 42 from the field, and that includes 7 of 21 for 3-point range.
And again, I look at that rebound battle we talked about, fairly even, 27-25. Oregon leads that one, each team getting 7 offensive rebounds. And then the second thing I'll start looking at is turnovers. Washington with 10 turnovers, Oregon with 6. That's another major factor in who wins and who loses, especially when you get into an all-star game like this.
I'm taking a look right now down the list at the Oregon players. 5 players played 11 minutes, 5 players played 9 minutes. For Washington, it's a little bit different. They have 6 players in double minutes. So they've been relying, particularly Claire O'Connor has 13 and Imbie Jones has 14. Our leading rebounder in the game for Washington, it is Adria Lincoln with 4. For Oregon, it is Kennedie Shuler has 7, Donovyn Hunter has 6, Poulivaati has 3. Free throws, Washington 3 of 4, Oregon 7 for 8, including 2 for 2 for Donovyn Hunter and 2 of 2 for Madison Naro and 2 of 2 for Rhyan Mogel.
Yeah, there's definitely some balance there on the Oregon squad, and like I talked about earlier, Shuler and Hunter, both guards, both leading them in rebounding, leading Oregon squad. So that helps your transition game when the person who gets the rebound is the person that can just turn and go and not have to worry about an outlet and get going. You could create some easy opportunities that way.
12-point lead for Oregon, 48-36. You know how much time in this game that Washington led the game?
You're going to tell me. I'm looking here. It looks like none. It was 0-0, and then, yeah. Oregon jumped out. I think, was it a 5-0 start for Oregon, I believe? I think it was.
Let me look at some of these shooting totals. Hunter was 5 of 9 from the field. Shuler 4 of 6. Lainey Spear 3 of 6. They are the 3 leading scorers at 13, 10, and 8. So not only have they taken the most shots, they've made the most buckets. The most shots in the game for Washington, Jenna Villa with 7.
Yeah, that's a good get for Washington or Washington State. Excuse me. She's a good-looking player, able to put the ball in the bounce and go from there.
Nobody in foul trouble for Washington. Hope Hassmann has 2 personal fouls. For Oregon, Ella Wedin has 2. The assist leader for Washington is Claire O'Connor with 5. For Oregon, it's Madison Naro with 4. Block shots, 3 for both teams. The block shots for Oregon, Kennedie Shuler has 1, Lainey Spear has 1, and Olivia Poulivaati has 1. Steals, 6 for Oregon, 5 for Washington. Hassmann, though, has, of those 5 Washington steals, Hassmann has 3. Rhyan Mogel has 2 for Oregon.
Again, those secondary stats are all pretty even. I think what it comes down to for me is looking at Oregon shooting 41% from the field, Washington 35. There's a bigger difference. And then the extra shots with the turnovers. Washington with 10 turnovers, Oregon with 6 only. Everything else fairly even. I think the three-point game, Oregon right at that 33% mark that you want to be at or above. Washington a little bit below, 29%. So again, there's 2 things. If I'm Washington, trying to get a few more easy shots in transition and try to figure out a way to slow down Hunter and Shuler a little bit and going the other way, defensive transition.
You know, Kurt, if I just looked at the stat sheet and I didn't look at the scoreboard or the bottom or what the score was on the stat sheet, I would actually think this game is closer than it is. It's a 12-point lead, and the rebounding totals are about the same, assists about the same, shooting is not that far off from each other. It's just been a game of runs, and Oregon's had a couple.
Yep. And again, just slightly better, and that's slightly better. You go 41% versus 35, and then you add in that they're 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Washington 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Those little things, and then again you add in the extra possessions, the fact that Oregon's gotten 2 more shots. Those little things add up to bigger things as you go through. It's that law of aggregate, exponential growth, compound interest, all that good stuff.
Again, let me set where we are. We're at Liberty High School. This is the WAVOR tournament. WAVOR, Washington versus Oregon. All-star seniors from both state, boys and girls. We're in halftime of the girls' game. We'll have the boys' game at 3 o'clock, so you want to stick around for that. I'm Dave Hall on Kurt Guelsdorf, Oregon Sports Beat. I know a name you'll recognize. When I was talking to the tournament director, he was telling me, I said, how did these 2 teams get picked? And Nick Robertson, the game director, was telling me we had a kind of like a committee to pick the girls team. The Washington girls team was picked by Al Aldridge, the head coach at Prairie High School, a whole bunch of state tournament wins.
Yeah, Al Aldridge, you could probably find an argument as he's the greatest girls coach in the history of Washington State. And if he'd at least be in the conversation, and a great guy. I've known Al for 20 plus years now, and was always super generous with his time with me when I was a young coach. And then when I got the job at Oregon City, we did a lot of stuff together in the summers. Prairie High School, Oregon City High School, multiple state championships for both programs, and just an all-around great guy. I wish more people had gotten to know Al like I got to know Al, because just a super guy.
Our officials for the game, Ryan Haig, Tyler Carey, and Fernando Lira.
Yeah, we get Fernando in quite a few of our games at the college. Really good officiating crew.
All right, teams have just about finished their warm-ups.
Yeah, again, I think if you're in the Washington huddle, better transition, both offensively and defensively. If you're in the Oregon huddle, keep doing what you're doing. See if you can't get a couple easy looks in transition.
you're in a tournament game at halftime. Pretty much, what do you say?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You keep it super simple. You've got really talented kids. I think for Washington, again, they've made it just a little harder when you're playing in the half court versus transition game, because you have to grind it a little bit more, and you just don't have the offensive sets in that you would normally have with your high school team or your college team and so forth.
Washington out on the court. Here come Oregon. Washington's ball to start the second half.
Let's see what they got coming out. Maybe a quick hitter or some sort of special play. See if they can get the momentum back here a little bit.
Imbie Jones from Garfield, inbounded. Kurt mentioned she's headed to the University of Wisconsin. Down low, turn around, puts the shot up, doesn't go. Rebound, Oregon. Quickly ahead, on the bounce, stops, puts it up and in.
In a nutshell, there's the game so far. Oregon in transition, flying around, getting an easy bucket, and Washington kind of have to grind in a post up there.
Zoe Borter with the bucket, 50-36. Are we going to get to triple digits in this game?
You know
Scoop, up and in. No, doesn't go. Block. Puts it back. That doesn't go. Tipped around inside. Gets her own shot. Puts 3 shots up. None of them fell. That was Ava Schmidt. Down with Hunter comes right out to start the second half and puts a bucket up. 15 in the game for Hunter. The lead is 16. Hunter swipes at the ball, causes it to go off the leg of Washington.
Yeah, tough break there. Claire O'Connor tried to spin. Good idea, just unable to finish the move.
Hunter with a bucket and then causes a turnover. Block
nice
shot.
Nice defensive play.
Washington in the lane, stops, sends it out. That great defensive play, that was Ava Schmidt. For 3, no. Rebound, Hunter. Oh, she's everywhere. Length of the court pass. Oregon with the ball on the outside. Inside, spin move, puts up the shot. Yes. Bell with her 6th point in the game. Now the lead is 18. 54-36. Go ahead, Kurt.
Just subtly, the little Oregon man-to-man pressure, it's causing Washington to eat up, 5 to 7 seconds, and then you get down, and that's 5 or 7 seconds less that you get, and slows down their transition.
Hope Hassmann with the bucket. She's in double figures now. She has 10.
Good little point guard there. Central.
Where's she headed
Cal
to school
State
at?
Fullerton's got a good one there.
Right. She can be a point guard there.
Again, just
Ball loose, picked up. Here comes Oregon. Behind the back pass, underneath. Oh, blocked the shot. Ball loose on the floor.
That's Ava Schmidt with a couple big blocks.
Exactly. In the corner for 3. The shot short. Rebound.
I have a saying, Dave, never miss shots short. They don't have a chance to go in. And so,
right.
We're big back of the rim preachers.
The old golf thing, never up, never in.
Yep.
Underneath. It's going to be a foul on Oregon. It's going to be on, I believe, on Bell. It is. First foul on Bell. First team foul, second half. Ava Schmidt at the line. She has 4 in the game. The lead is 16, 54-38. Misses the first. Oregon, 3 minutes in, they'll make a complete substitution.
Probably your biggest job as an assistant coach in this game is probably just to track those minutes so that in an opportunity like this in an all-star game.
Plus, if you're going to press, you're going to put pressure. Let's keep everybody fresh. Left-handed second shot, misses that one short. Poulivaati. Pull-up jumper, iron.
I believe that was Mogel.
Mogel missed that one.
You know, I'm going to create a rule, Dave, that everybody has to have really bright numbered jerseys, because the older I get, the harder it is for me to see out there. Maybe some
a man after my own heart.
Some Seattle Seahawk neon or something. That was Lucy Lynn. I think Washington has all 10 in the scorers column now, right?
Lynn got a bucket. Everybody for Washington has scored. Good deal. The lead is 14, 54-40. In the corner, Poulivaati for three. Oh, iron. Rebound, though, Oregon inside. They'll go from three from the other side. Iron tipped around inside. I believe it's going to be a foul on Washington. Oregon player got knocked down.
Yeah, Poulivaati, again, doing what she does best. Hustle, board, play, hitting the offensive glass.
Lynn comes down and scores a bucket, goes down and commits a foul. She's up on the board now.
There you go. Old screen to screener action here.
Way out on top. 54-40. Oregon leads by 14, 16:05. Another shot block in there. Villa with the shot block that time. Foul on Kennedie Shuler. Washington brings it up. High post. Try to go low post. Throws a pass in. Taken away by Oregon. Oh, a lead pass that time just too far ahead. Goes out. Washington ball.
Again, just that pressure. Just straight man. Causing some trouble for the Washington squad.
Inside. Oh! Thought that was a clean block. Foul is on Kennedie Shuler, her second. Third team foul on Oregon, one on Washington.
Kind of just hanging around here.
Sullivan hits the first free throw. Isabel Sullivan from Eastside Catholic. Great football team.
Trying to get us an update on the women's national championship game, but the service here in the gym is, well, a little shaky.
LSU and
Iowa.
Iowa.
Yes. Early score was LSU big, but I'll have to confirm that.
I shouldn't have a favorite, but I do. I actually kind of like LSU, although I did go to college for a year in Iowa. I know they have great girls basketball. There's a bucket.
They do. They real hotbed for women's basketball in the state of Iowa.
Kennedie Shuler hit that bucket. She's got 12 in the game. Air ball. That was Isabel Sullivan with the air ball. Lead is 14, 56-42.
I got a score for us, Dave. It's 63 LSU, 48 Iowa with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. So
LSU coach Kim Mulkey. Second year there after being a Baylor. Oh, wow, Shuler hit a three-pointer. She's got 15 in the game now. Her and Hunter both have 15. The lead is 17. Biggest lead has been 18. Whistle and a foul. Olivia Poulivaati with the foul, 14th foul. 14:27 left to go here in the game. 59-42, 17-point lead.
Washington, a couple of 0 for 2 trips in this half at the free throw line. That's a killer. And the first one there, they missed it.
They only missed one in the first half.
There's another 0 for 2. I always say that's like a turnover. When you miss both free throws, that's might as well turn it over, and it's frustrating.
Right.
It's one of those, I think, momentum
scoop shot.
plays.
Oh, tipped around. Oregon comes up with the ball in the corner. baseline, puts up a shot. Yes! And you know what? Everybody in this game has scored. Sixta with the bucket.
Yep. And there again, the token pressure causes a travel and a turnover.
Right down on the baseline, just off from the basket. Got a little shot in.
Yep.
61-42.
Yeah, Sixta, nice little left-handed floater. And again, I've seen her enough to know that that's commonplace for her. Left-handed player, but also just very crafty around the basket.
That's a tough shot on the baseline there on the left. The left-handed floater. Hunter just went in, backed in, put up the shot. She's got 17 in the game. Now the lead is 21.
Just getting the easy shots and lots of space to play. I think the spacing for Oregon has been better also. I think Washington feels crowded.
Rebound Oregon. Zoe Borter. The shot for three doesn't go. Rebound Washington. 13:30 left to go in the game. And Hunter steps in the lane and picks it off.
A little sloppy here, both teams, these last two possessions.
For three, yes.
Losing Lynn for three.
Lynn didn't score in the first half. She's got 5 here in the second half. Hits a three-pointer. The lead is 18, 63-45.
Timeout Washington here.
I don't know if you've been watching the women's tournament at all, but it's
As much
been a
as possible, yeah.
Great tournament.
Yeah, it's been highly rated. I know that they said that Louisville Iowa game the other day we got better ratings than some of the NBA games this year. I think Caitlin Clark is a transformational kind of player. People want
Doesn't
to
she
watch her
remind
play.
you of Sabrina Ionescu?
A little bit, Sabrina. You know, I've gotten to know Sabrina over the years since she was a 6th, 7th grade, and there's something about those kind of players, kind of an it factor. A good friend of mine who's kind of one of her mentors and agents and stuff. It really, he sits at always plays great in the big games. And I think Caitlin Clark has shown that in this tournament also, that 41 in a Final Four game, it really speaks for itself.
Hunter dishes off. From the side for three. Oh, iron. Got a pretty shot. Stolen away. Here comes Oregon. On a wing. Oh, got a lot of steps, but got the bucket. Sofia Bell. However many the limit is on steps, she got a couple extra, but got the bucket.
I think she was good. I think it just looks, you know, she's got some long strides and going full speed. Again, that's really, again, another.
I forget about that, you know. That's 3 or 4 of my strides and one of hers.
Yeah, she's a special player. I think Oregon's got a good one. She could play at all 3 levels.
Down low, scoop shot, doesn't go, rebound Washington. I just looked down and the stands are really starting to fill up now.
I think it's pretty well attended. Again, it's one of those ones that I've enjoyed at time you and I do in these games.
Oh, in the lane, got contact, but got the bucket. Adria Lincoln got the bucket. She has 4 in the game. 65-47, lead is 18, down low in the lane. Nice pass by Hunter. Yes. Hunter on the pass to Bell. The bucket, 67-47. I think that's a 2, doesn't go.
It is. I would tell you that Rick Pitino would be upset on that shot, as he would tell you that's the world's worst shot. The 2-point shot with your toes on the line.
Rick Pitino's 70, just signed a 6-year contract to St. John's.
Yeah, I think he's one
Hunter,
of those guys.
oh no, a great pass. Turnaround shot up, doesn't go. Hunter was under the bucket alone and dished it off. Unselfish player. Isabel Sullivan for 3. She's got 8 in the game now. The lead is 20, 70-50. 10:35 left to go here in the game.
A little fatigue on that last rotation here, I think.
Foul on Washington.
Washington's got to be careful here. It could get out of reach if they're not able to close this gap here in the next couple minutes.
Madison Naro at the line, misses the first, back iron. 2 players come in for Washington, 3 players for Oregon. Gets the second. Naro with 3 in the game. 71-50, 10:35 left to go.
And here's the man-to-man full court.
Oregon just put in 4 players, so they're a little fresh. Reach-in foul on Oregon. The foul is on Lainey Spear. And a foul on that inbound play.
Yeah, that's an automatic. Hands go out. They'll tell you that's an automatic, but they'll also let you fight like in a wrestling match down around the basket. So it's always very interesting. You kind of feel bad for your post players these days that they really get dislodged.
That's the arena of combat down low. Turnaround shot doesn't go. Poulivaati with a rebound. Quickly ahead, down the lane, dishes it up, off the glass, doesn't go. For 3, short. Rebound, Poulivaati. Now we've got a bunch of reach-in fouls.
Yeah, again, fatigue a little bit. You wonder how much hoops these guys have been getting in as far as after graduating. Most of them got done with their state tournaments a month ago. Some probably playing all-star games, others probably getting a little well-deserved rest after a long high school, middle school, grade school journeys.
That foul was on O'Connor. 16 fouls on Oregon, 3 on Washington. Imbie Jones with the rebound.
Shuler with a nice shot fake on that one. Yeah, the Beavers and Scott Ruick looking to bounce back. I think this was a losing season for them, the first time in a long time.
Right.
Down there at Oregon State. Scott's a terrific person and a great coach, and I know he'll get them going in the right direction.
Trying to remember where Scott coached in high school. I know it was McMinnville, someplace like that, Newburgh.
Yeah, George Fox is where he really made his name, and I got to know him when he was there. And just always gracious with his time, did a terrific job, part of a national championship there.
Poulivaati for 3, yes! Wait a minute. That's a 3-pointer. And she has 4 in the game now. Down the lane, scoops it up and in. Taya. Hope Hassmann is going to be a player. She has 12 in the game. She is from Tahoma.
A good season for Tahoma. I've had some conversations with their staff. I think they actually had a coach come down and film our practice.
Really?
Yes, I believe that's the school. I'm pretty sure, and some of the stuff that we do on the side, the clinics and videos and stuff.
Kennedie Shuler at the line. Shuler has 15 in the game. Hunter was 17. Sofia Bell with 13. That foul was on O'Connor, her second, 14 foul. Shot goes. for three, short. (74-52), the lead is 22, 8:19 left to go in the game. From the side, Poulivaati for three, doesn't go that time. Rebound Oregon. Oh,
Nice block there.
hit the deck hard.
That's Ava Schmidt. She's had some block shots today. Player out of Eastlake going to Northern Arizona.
Mogel at the line. She has two in the game, both at the line. Bounces around, drops through.
Wholesale substitutions here. Again, both teams doing a nice job of trying to keep their teams fresh. Get everybody as equal amount of playing time as they can get.
Mogel at the line. Second shot. Got them both. 4 in the game for Rhyan Mogel. The lead is 24, 76-52.
Washington, a little 1-4 alignment, kind of what they've run most of the day. Trying to get a little side pick and roll.
Long shot for three. No. Air ball. Rebound Donovyn Hunter. Hunter, length of the court pass underneath. Get it under the bucket.
And now,
Got sealed off there, but came back out.
I don't know if you saw that, David. That's a pretty special play Hunter made there. That was a
Oh.
rebound, dealt with traffic, and then with one hand, length of the floor pass up ahead. Now they didn't get the bucket, but that's a rare feat there. That's a pretty special
You know,
play.
she looked like a football quarterback throwing
Yeah.
that.
That was fun to watch there.
To have, to get that rebound, take a couple of dribbles on the fly, throw that ball the length of the court.
Yeah, just the court awareness alone, special. Seeing that.
76-52 for three. Yes, that one goes. Jenna Villa now in double figures with 11. There's a shot from the corner for three. Doesn't go. 3-on-1 break. Underneath.
That's Villa
Turned her
again.
back and tried to, I'm not sure she tried to shoot that over her back, but she turned around while she was going up.
You can see Washington able to get in transition, and again, it's a three, and you get long rebounds off those threes, and we try to teach our players to rebound through the elbows, so you try not to get those transition runouts. And right there, Oregon got caught with a 2-on-1 situation.
The foul was on Madison Naro. The two free throws, both good. That was number 14, Jenna Villa. She now has 13 in the game. Up.
Well, it's now or never for the Washington squad. Down 19 with 6:49 to go.
Did you see in the Iowa game yesterday, somebody took a shot and the ball stuck up there in the top, and the Iowa cheerleaders got on top of each other and knocked it loose.
You've seen cheerleaders actually jump in and do that a couple times in the last couple years. It's rather ingenious if you, instead of trying to take a broom or something. Little update here, 73-64, LSU ahead with a minute to go in the third. Again, I might be 3 or 4 minutes behind. It's been a little tough to get it refreshed here inside the gym as the service is a little shaky.
76-57, 19-point lead for Oregon.
Well, eye of the tiger there, Dave. That goes back to a little Rocky 3. Well, Kurt at age 12 there, watching old Sylvester Stallone. I think that was a big
Wow.
movie in my lifetime.
They thought Washington thought they were going to inbound that ball. They just kind of lobbed it in there, and Hunter just dove in and knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, special player. Really a big impact in this game for sure. And they're having a tough time getting it in.
Oh, look out. And lost the ball off her foot. Goes off of Washington. It'll be Oregon ball.
Yeah, I don't know if that'd be a good one to see on replay. You know how everybody puts their hands up and does a little circular motion. Because it looked like it went knee to foot, but who knows? Again, like I said, I can't even see the numbers on the back, so what am I talking about?
Inside the scoop, up and in.
Naro again. That's
Naro with
steal.
5 in the game.
Hunter, Bell, and it's just man-to-man pressure that's giving Washington trouble.
I've been raving about Hunter, and boy, she's a great defender.
Yeah, elite defender.
19 in the game for Donovyn Hunter. The lead is 23, 80 to 57. 6:20 left to go in the game.
Good strong drive there. And the lefty, number 3, it's Isabel Sullivan. Again, that's one where when those players get bumped, we always try to tell them that shoot it a little higher, because when you get bumped, it takes the trajectory of the ball. If you can get a little bit farther up, you get that opportunity for the old school and one.
The foul's on Borter, her first. At the line, makes them both. Isabel Sullivan with the 2 free throws. Outside for 3, rebound inside, tipped. Washington comes up with the ball. Traveled.
Yeah, just anticipating a pass that just wasn't there. Kind of crazy, you got a duck and a beaver right now, and Bell and Hunter are putting a ton of pressure on the Washington squad. Fun to watch playing together here.
Down the lane, Hunter, little scoop shot, rolled off the rim. She just worked her way down the lane on the dribble. There's a shot from the outside, doesn't go. Rebound. Hunter had it, but taken away. Imbie Jones misses it. Put back, yes, that goes. Adria Lincoln with the bucket. Lincoln now with 6 in the game.
I should have taken that bet on 100 there, Dave. I think it's going to be under 100. And I bet you a quarter.
Oh, nice spin move. Missed the scoop shot, though.
What do we call that? $1 million move and a 50-cent finish.
Oh. Imbie Jones comes down.
Yep.
Her second bucket in the game. She's got 4. The lead now is 17, 80 to 63. 5 minutes to go. Naro, back outside. No, tipped around. Oregon with the rebound. The shot for 3, short. Hunter with a rebound underneath the bucket, tied up.
It's going to be Oregon ball coming in.
Possession arrow goes to Oregon. Wholesale substitution checking back in for Oregon.
They have really good contributions from a lot of players. Obviously, Hunter, a special game today for her, but Shuler's played well. Lainey Spear came out really well for the Oregon squad.
Bell, you mentioned.
Bell, yeah, it's just a really deep, talented squad.
Oh, worked her way inside, put up a shot, and rolled around. Rebound, Imbie Jones. Goes down the length of the court, puts up a shot off the iron. Quickly ahead. Underneath the shot, yes.
Nice pass by Kennedie Shuler there. Getting Mogel cutting through the lane.
Mogel now with 6 in the game. That dropped in. Lincoln has 8 in the game for Washington. 82-65, the lead is 17. 3:57 left to go in the game. Washington will send in 5 new players at the first break.
Oh, first time we've seen that today, Dave. Offensive foul.
Wow.
I saw a lot of it during the year, though.
Well, no, that's not the first time we've seen it. That's the first time somebody called it.
Yeah, it's again, obviously without a lot of schemes going on, strategy-wise, X's and O-wise, that just a little hip on the offensive ball screen.
putback. Nice.
Nice finish there, Bennett. Caught
Bennett
it in the air.
has 6 in the game.
Yeah, kind of a traditional post there. 6'4", they list her at, going to Hawaii.
15-point lead. It was 23 at one time. 82-67. 3:35 left to go here in the game.
Here's that unique set. Kind of trying to create a three-point shot up top.
Nope, that doesn't go. Rebound. Oregon. Washington with the ball. Rebound underneath. Oregon in trouble. Jump ball. Let me check with our producer, Steve Roberts. Steve, if you get a chance, can you see if you can get us a player? I'll tell you which one. When the game ends, if you can get it to come up. This is the number of the player for Oregon. All right, we're working on it. Did you get the number, Steve?
I got to feel Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler go through the same things, trying to set up that post-game dinner.
Right, we didn't have that arranged ahead of time, so we were working on that.
Live TV.
The lead, though, is only 13 now. It's 82-69. So what we'll do is we'll get one of the Oregon players, if we can get her away, come up and see if she'll talk to us for a minute. We've already designated a player. I don't think there's any question who it is. From the side, yes. Poulivaati hits another three-pointer. She's got 2 of them this half. She's got 7 in the game. The lead back to 16, 85-69. That one drops in, runner in the lane.
Yeah, Jenna Villa, she's crafty around the rim there. That was a tough runner. Got some length.
15 in the game.
Yeah, got some length. You can see why she's a Pac-12 kid. A little upright there, kind of a bad beat on defense. But
Washington seals the ball, leads 14, 85-71. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Oh, buried a three-pointer from out there. O'Connor now has 9 in the game. The lead is 11. Cut the lead in half, but time's running out.
They just took a little too late. They got themselves going in transition here in the last couple minutes, but Oregon really did that from the get-go. Hunter and Bell.
The Springer short. Rebound. Reverse layup doesn't go. Washington with the rebound. They can cut this to a 1-digit lead. Long three, no. Rebound, Poulivaati. She's played well.
She has. That's a nice pass too.
Underneath, up and in. Mogel with a bucket. Oregon wants to take a timeout. It's 87-74, 1:17 left to go in the game.
Yeah, the ability for the rebounder to just get it and go is, I know coaches that are listening probably know that's a special quality. Poulivaati, nice rebound, nice kick ahead, easy bucket.
I'm not sure why Oregon took a timeout there, but they did.
Substitute. They just wanted to get 5 new players in.
Right, I see they got 5 new players in.
Yeah, that's a substitution there where.
And steals the inbound pass. Oregon underneath. Hunter lays it up and in. She's got 21 in the game.
It's making it hard on them.
Lead back to 15, 89-74. 1 minute to go. Jenna Villa now She has 17 in the game for Washington.
We'll see both those, Donovyn Hunter and Villa, in the Pac-12 next year.
Villa's kind of, she's made 17 points, kind of a quiet 17.
Yeah, you know, when you're behind all night and trying to fight, that's always kind of a tough situation. But like I said, she's got the full real deal too. She's got 3 levels. She can shoot it from outside. She can play the mid-range, and she's got some craftiness around the basket. And that's special when you've got 3 levels and fun to watch.
Naro hits the first, hits the second. She has 7 in the game. The lead is 14, 91, 77. 50 seconds left to go. Doesn't go. Rebound, Oregon. Naro dribbles her way in, puts up the shot too hard. 25 seconds left to go. For 3 from the side. No sooner we talk about that than she had another 3.
Yeah.
She has 20. 91 to 80. 15 seconds left to go. Ball knocked out of bounds. Oregon inbounds the ball.
It's getting a little sloppy here. Washington trying to reach and poke away. 9 seconds.
9 seconds left to go.
I think Oregon's ability to push the ball in transition and get more easy shots was really the difference today, especially early on in that game. Washington probably came to that conclusion a little too late.
Bell at the line hits the first.
Oh, that's a good idea.
92-80. Second shot on the way. Bell got them both. 9 seconds.
Okay, and is there a treasure chest that
From the side,
yeah,
Imbie Jones, and there's the horn. All right, our final score here at Liberty High School in the WAVOR girls game, it is Oregon 93. All right, sorry for the inconvenience. We got that all straightened out. Final score, 93-80. Kurt, your thoughts?
Again, transition basketball, whole lot of Donovyn Hunter. I thought Kennedie Shuler, nice job. Both of them pushed the tempo, got some easy shots for their teammates. And again, a great experience for all the players. Anytime you get to play in these all-star game situations, it's pretty awesome. I think they're announcing Donovyn Hunter as MVP.
All right, I'm working on the individual scoring. Let's start with the Washington girls. Hope Hassmann had 12. Annalee Coronado had 3. Isabel Sullivan with 10. 5 for Lucy Lynn. 4 for Imbie Jones. Adria Lincoln had 8. 21 in the game for Jenna Villa from Arlington. 4 each for Ava Schmidt, Claire O'Connor, and Vivienne Lee Berrett. For the Oregon girls, let me give you this. 7 in the game for Poulivaati, including 2 3-pointers in the second half. Ella Wedin with 3. Rhyan Mogel with 8. 16 in the game for Kennedie Shuler. 21 in the game for Donovyn Hunter. 15 in the game for Sofia Bell. 2 for Emma Sixta. 5 for Borter. Lainey Spear with 8. And 7 for Madison Naro. So here's the scoring for the Oregon team. 21 in the game for Donovyn Hunter. 16 for Kennedie Shuler. 15 for Sofia Bell. 8 for Rhyan Mogel. 8 for Lainey Spear. Madison Naro with 7. Olivia Poulivaati with 7.
Okay, we're getting some official stats coming our way.
All right, let's
Thank
get those
you.
and take a look at those.
And I think we've got Donovyn Hunter heading our way after a team picture.
We'll see. They're going to get that team picture. Let's take a look at some of these stats. So let's see. Field goal percentage. I'm looking here. Okay. So anything stand out while you're looking at
Well,
the stats?
you know, Oregon finishes the game 37, or actually Washington 37%, Oregon 39%. Again, just 88 shots for Oregon, 79 total shots. Again, that's part of the game is getting more shots up, and then the turnovers, 21 turnovers for Washington, just 15 for the Oregon squad, and then rebounding wise, fairly even, 57-50. Oregon wins the free throw battle also.
Let me give you some of the stats for Donovyn Hunter. 9 of 17 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 10 rebounds, 21 points.
Good all-around game, and again, I just fun to watch. Really did a lot of things really well and set the tempo early that Oregon was going to get up and down the floor, and she created a ton of easy opportunities. The 5 assists. Another, Naro with 5 also. Shuler, I thought, did a great job in that first half of creating some easy shots for her teammates.
For the game, Washington shot 36%, Oregon shot 38%. All right, by the way, while we got a chance, I want to thank our sponsors for the game tonight. Our game sponsors: B&B Philanthropy, Lux Forbes Global Properties, Milwaukee Lumber Company, Beaverton Toyota, Dana and Scott Kress, Dark Horse Comics, Ferguson Wellman, Herman Development Company, Audi Beaverton, Casey Flicker, M. Miletus Companies, Johnny and Lori Coppage, and DC Builders. Thanks to all of them for their sponsorship. I see our producer, Ryan Johnson, headed up here with Donovyn Hunter. We'll get a chance to talk to her. We're going to put her down here. Kurt, move over here in the middle.
Yep.
Let's kind of get this way. Hi, Donovyn. Congratulations first on a win.
Thank you.
Congratulations on a great game. 21 points and 10 rebounds, and the player of the game.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the flow of the game tonight. You look like when you were out there that you were just always up to the pace of the game.
Yeah. I focus in on one thing, and the only thing I can control is my effort. So every time I go out and play in a game, I make sure that my effort level is at least consistent throughout the entire game.
I'm looking at the totals. Virtually everybody on the team played about the same amount of time. Everybody got in, everybody scored. It was really a great effort. Double figures from Kennedie Shuler, double figures from Madison Naro, double figures from Sofia Bell. A great all-around effort.
Yeah, it's, playing against these girls during my AAU seasons and my high school seasons, it's cool that we all get to play together and are putting up numbers like we are.
We all know you played at South Medford, a great
Yeah.
career at South Medford.
Thank you.
You're headed to Oregon State now.
Yeah.
How are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm very excited. God's blessed me with an opportunity to go there, so I'm just enjoying every minute of the ride that I have, and I'm excited to get there.
Let's see, one of the other players.
Well, I've been lucky to have watched you for a lot of times. I don't know if you remember me from Oregon City days, but I told Dave before the game, this game is built for a player like you. Transition, athletic, unselfish.
Thank you.
I think it was really fun to watch you today. Going into it, was there anything before that you guys talked about coaching-wise? It's like, hey, what were you trying to do? I know it's a short, you only have like 2 practices or whatever. What were coaches telling you before the game?
I mean, they really just said do what we can do best. Focus on the rebounding. All of us watched the Iowa-South Carolina game, and we saw the differences in boards. So we're like, let's not make that big of a difference. Rebounding wins games. So it really was that. We all knew we'd come out and do our thing. So.
Well, I think you're going to have a special career at Oregon State. And
Thank you.
Scott's lucky to get you.
I'm lucky too.
What are you going to major in?
That I don't know yet. Somewhere in the business route, marketing, possibly later down the road working under Nike on the back end of things. So we'll see.
You don't have to decide now. I know. I changed my major, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations
Thank
on the
you.
win. Congratulations on the player of the game.
Thank you.
And good luck on the future.
Thank you.
All right, Donovyn Hunter joining us from South Medford. And want to recap again our final score here in the girls' action. It is Oregon 93, Washington 80. I'm Dave Hall along with Kurt Guelsdorf. Thanks for joining us. Stick around. We're going to bring you the boys' game at 3 o'clock.